Hey guys, welcome back. Welcome back to another vlog. I feel like this is slowly becoming a vlog channel, but I feel like it's the only thing that I really feel like doing lately. I don't know, I've been having a lot of trouble finding the motivation to sit down and film like a formal video and setting up my lights and stuff. I'm putting up a lot of walls to that and a lot of resistance, even though I have a lot of plans and I want to share a bunch of those things with you. I just can't quite muster the get up and go to do it. I don't know if you can hear it in my voice this week. I'm in a little bit of a mood. Here, I thought I'd put you in your usual spot when I start kind of filling you in on how things have been going. Well, it's February 1st, so that means it's time for the official January check-in. January, the beginning of it went really, really well. And I think maybe you guys can all relate to this, where I feel like especially with low buy and no buy, the focus of that theme and that goal is very New Year heavy, very time sensitive, I guess. So for me, I felt a lot of drive and a lot of motivation and a lot of get up and go about no buy, about low buy, just about goal getting in general. I felt really motivated and really ready to go at the beginning of the year. And for me personally, when I'm very much like the type of person, like an object in motion stays in motion. So I can just go when I'm feeling really motivated and really inspired. I'll work all day at work, which is not an easy job. There's a lot of brain involved in being a pharmacist, so it can be very draining at times. But when I'm feeling that get up and go, I can do that for 8 hours. I can be Christina the pharmacist for 8 hours, and then I can come home and start filming and start pursuing my interests. So I feel like that hustle always has to be there and that drive always has to be there. And when I'm feeling very inspired, I can do it. I can work 8 hours, come home, film, edit until midnight, and I can do that for so long, and I can stay on this high for so long, and then I just crash. So now I'm in this sort of crash phase of everything. I'm feeling very overwhelmed, I should be doing so many different things, but I just can't muster up the energy or the drive to want to do that. And then I start to feel very guilty because I feel well, what about your goals? What about this? What about your audience? What about all the things that you want to do? And what about what they want to see? And all the things that you promised and stuff. And I just start getting I just shut down. So today I decided to take a rest day. I don't mind vlogging a little bit. It's more fun for me to do these days, which is why I've been vlogging a lot on my channel, which is why a lot of the videos, pretty much all the videos since January have been vlogs, just because they're a little bit more easy and a little more fun for me to do, and there's a little bit less resistance for me to do it. So I hope that's okay with you guys. I just wanted to share kind of where I'm at in that sort of headspace. I know I'll get out of this funk. I think it's a little bit of winter time. It's a little bit of January blues. Now we're in February. I think the groundhog saw his shadow. So what does that mean? Spring is coming? I don't remember. I'll have to reference back to Bill Murray and see what the rules are with Groundhog Day. I don't actually know. And as for low buy, so I'm actually feeling pretty good about that. I did a no buy January, so I did not purchase anything I didn't buy any new clothes, any housewares, no skincare. I bought some shampoo and conditioner and dry shampoo that I ran out of, but replacements only I'm totally okay with. And I felt really good. I didn't feel tempted to buy much. I think, as I mentioned in my last vlog, spending a lot of time in my closet, just going through my own stuff has really, really been helpful. So there have been moments of temptation for me this month, but I feel like I've been pretty good at controlling it, ignoring it, or acknowledging it and sort of putting it away and remembering what my goals are for my low buy January. So that's actually been going very well. But now we're in February. February. There's a B in there. February. So I will be taking my no buy as long as I guess feel like it. I did commit myself to a no buy in January. February, I'm kind of just if I don't feel like buying anything, then I won't have to, then I won't. But if there is something that I want to buy, I really want to take the approach of buying it without judgment, because if there's something that I decide that I want to buy and it comes from a healthy place and a healthy motivation, I don't think there's anything wrong with that, and I don't think there's anything to feel guilty about if I choose to spend some money on something when it comes from that place. I am a very all or none type of person, which is probably why at the beginning, at the beginning last year when I started this journey, why no buy was really helpful, because I needed to go from that extreme on one level and down to the extreme of the other part of the spectrum. And I think that did help, but that also really sets you up for, it's a very dangerous space to be in terms of your self-talk and self-worth and how much risk you put yourself at for things like guilt and judgment. And I see that a lot. I see people in the Facebook group kind of being like, oh, I failed. I feel so guilty because I bought X, Y, and Z. And it's like, there's no standard or perfect scenario when it comes to low buy or no buy. The point of this is to find something that works for you. And I understand that we're all trying to challenge ourselves, but I feel like where it actually takes work is to do that with compassion and coming from a place of self-love and self-care. And I'm only really starting to figure that out now. If you want to buy something, or if I want to buy something, and that motivation is healthy, so it's not coming from a place of, oh, I saw that on her and she looks great, but I don't look great, so maybe I need this to look great. Like, that's not the motivation of wanting something that to me is healthy. So when talking about guilt and spending in your low buy, I think really stepping back and finding where the motivation to buy that thing came from to begin with. And if it comes from a reasonable place, a place to you that is reasonable and healthy and realistic, then why is it that we can't just make the purchase without judgment and to just enjoy it? Because at the end of the day, you know, buying less and not shopping and all those things, they come from a very, I think they all come from a very good place, but I think it's very easy to create a standard and set ourselves up for like a feeling of guilt and failure and shame if we decide to buy something or if we slip up. I've slipped up. I have talked about that on my channel before, and you could see how sad I got. And then in the comments down below, everyone was like, just be kinder to yourself. Like, you really step back and look at the situation. Like, you didn't do that bad of a thing. I think in February and moving forward, despite my choice to stay on a no buy, if I decide that there's something that I want to purchase, as long as it's coming from a healthy place, and I need to check in with myself and make sure of that, and journaling will help, and just stopping to take a note on my phone, or just, you know, taking pause and assessing the situation for what it is. As long as all those motivations come from a healthy place and, you know, it's in the budget, and I've waited, I've checked my closet, and I'm okay with that, then I think it's okay to want something and to buy something. It's okay to do that without judging yourself. You didn't fail if you bought or if you spent or if you did something that you view as setting yourself back. It's not a failure. It's just, you know, it happens. I just want to keep the goals in this realistic, and I hope for you guys too. But yeah, I just wanted to check in with you and let you know where I was at and where my headspace is at. I'm feeling a little tired from a creative and like hustle perspective, but from a low buy, no buy perspective, budgeting perspective, debt repayment perspective, I'm actually feeling quite strong. So that's good. I think the theme with my energy in terms of creation and my energy in terms of my financial goals and low buy and no buy and my shopping behaviors, I think the whole key is about trying to find that balance, because as I've told you, I can go so hard for so long without any break, and I feel amazing, and I feel a really high in what I'm creating and what I'm putting out there, and very proud of myself. But then I just crash and burn, and then it's really hard to get back in the saddle. The same thing can happen in your no buy. If you just are strict and cold turkey, you can go pretty hard for pretty long, but eventually you're gonna have to make a purchase, or eventually you might find yourself in a moment of weakness or anything like that, and you can really set yourself up very quickly and very easily for feeling extremely guilty and setting yourself back. So I think the theme of this month and moving forward in general is just going to be really trying hard to find balance, because I think we talk about balance so much. It's all about balance. Make sure you find balance. But what does that really mean? Like, achieving balance is so much easier said than actually done, which is especially what I am finding. So like today I tried to give myself a day off of filming, but I also don't want to just like sit on the couch and consume or watch TV or just like be a slug either. So I think picking up my camera and vlogging with you guys and sharing this is fine with me, because I'm also not go all day and like I'll just film today and then I'll start editing this tomorrow or in a couple of days. Whereas in the past I would have like vlogged all of this. I would have tried to film like 2 styling videos. Now everyone's talking about getting on TikTok, all these things. And I would have tried to do it all and cram it all into a day. Oh, and meal prep on top of all that too, by the way, and clean the apartment. You can see how it's so easy to cram all these aspirations and goals into your day and into your life. And it's very disappointing when you don't meet those goals, but it's more about trying to decipher what is actually achievable and what is actually realistic. And I think, and also setting those intentions out for yourself without judgment on whether or not you achieve that goal that you set out for yourself that day or not. And that to me, I feel like is what balance will be for me. And I'm gonna spend a lot of time trying to find that. So honestly, I think that's gonna be it for me today. It's gonna be a really quick and dirty January check-in and February forecast for me. I will be getting back in the saddle, and I'm even feeling more energized to get back in the saddle even after just sitting down and talking with you guys for 15 or 20 minutes just about how things have been going and how I've been feeling. So let me know how your January went, whether you did low buy, no buy, whether you're still thinking about it, if you're planning on doing a capsule wardrobe. Just let me know how it's going. How are you? I really, how are you doing? I really want to know. I don't think we ask each other that enough. So how are you? Let me know. I'll see you in the next one. Bye.